Donald Trump's lawyers are not giving up the argument that he has full and total presidential immunity from being prosecuted for literally anything that happened while he was president of the United States. In a court filing this week, highlighted by a Twitter user at MythSerene, she points out that in their latest filing this week, Trump's lawyers aren't just arguing that he has immunity. They're actually now trying to argue that he has immunity for eternity. For anything, everything he may have done because he was president, you can never, ever, ever prosecute him. Here's what they wrote, literally from the filing, quote, "Just as he cannot be constrained by fear of civil lawsuits, so too should he be protected from the much more potent specter of criminal prosecution. To hold otherwise would require the president to hesitate at every turn, conscious of the very real threat that one of many hundreds of prosecutors around the country may one day question his motives and seek to imprison him for his actions as president. Nor would recognizing criminal immunity place the president above the law, as the prosecution contends. Rather, it would return us to the sensible process envisioned by the founders, where the people's representatives in Congress, not an unelected prosecutor, first decide blah, 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 impeachment. Yeah. He was impeached twice, by the way, so you may not want to make that argument. Not smart. But, oh God, the founders, right? My God, we've got to keep what they envisioned in mind. 250 friggin' years ago, the guys who would crap their pants at the sight of a friggin' iPhone today, let's make sure they're taken care of. The people who thought that it was okay to own other human beings. The people who thought that women can't have the right to vote. Yeah, let's make sure they're placated in this whole situation of prosecuting Donald Trump. We wouldn't want to piss off their skeletons, right? This is an idiotic legal argument, and it kind of shows that his lawyers have nothing left. But to argue that future presidents would have to think twice before doing things, are you saying that inherently whoever becomes president just always wants to break the law? Because that kind of seems what you're saying. Not to mention the fact that impeachment, as you later bring up, that is a political process. It's a political process that is held up, not upheld, but held up by political leanings of members of Congress. So it's no longer a reliable way to get justice. Not to mention the fact that if these crimes emerge after the president has left office, then impeachment is no longer a viable option, right? Like, we can't go and impeach Donald Trump for the stealing of the documents because the stealing of the documents wasn't even made public until last year in 2022. He'd been out of office for over a year and a half at that point. We can't go through and impeach him again. We can't remove him from an office he does not hold. Criminal prosecution would be the only way to do that. And based on that argument alone, even though this legal argument wasn't related to that case, but based on that legal argument, their legal argument is trash. So, and again, I'm not a lawyer, and I was able to just dismantle that. So if I can do that as not a lawyer, I'm willing to bet that the very skilled prosecutors working on this prosecution are going to be able to dismantle it more eloquently and far more quickly than I could ever imagine. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.